Some people say, well, it's a nonviolent crime. It's a despicable crime, and you're going to go to jail. Bottom line, period, exclamation point.
Police have arrested more than 22 people on suspicion of looting already. Now, another concern, price gouging, which is illegal during a state of emergency. Today, California Attorney General Rob Bonta also warned about scammers and that price gouging I mentioned.
Who does that?
As we all know, the LA fires are currently happening right now. My heart goes out to anyone who's currently dealing with the LA fires and trying to find a home and trying to take care of your family. I 100% get it, and my heart goes out to you. But let's talk about these scumbags. Let's talk about these scumbag landlords and these home sellers who are price gouging.
What?
You heard me right. Price gouging. Yes, these individuals said, you know what?
There's a disaster happening, and you know the easiest way for me to make money is to take advantage of these people.
These individuals who are now homeless, now you decide, this is your come up. This is the same type of energy that we saw from people in COVID during the pandemic who were hoarding all of the masks, hoarding all of the cleaning supplies, hoarding all of the hand sanitizer. Yeah, these are the same type of people. So while I know some people will see this video and be like, oh, Orlando, come on, why are you exposing these? No, these type of people need to be exposed. Because if I was in this situation and something happened to my home, why would I want to deal with these type of people who want to now charge me 200%? Yes, 200% more than what the market rent is. More than what the market price is, which was already high. Make it make sense to me. But we're going to talk about it, guys. My name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel, guys. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. And also, I have a newsletter that will give you tremendous value. Guys, listen, it's free. You cannot beat free. And then also, too, if you need any type of financing for commercial or investment properties, I am your guy. I've been in Atlanta for 20 years. We're nationwide, and I can assist you with that. That information is in the pinned comment and the description. Like, guys, let's just talk about it. Asking rent skyrocket as LA fires destroy homes. Now, what's really baffling to me about this is, guys, you know that I'm really against this. I'm against any landlord upping rent by dramatic amounts. I 100% believe, and I know some people just don't agree with me on this, right? Some people don't. But listen, I believe you can make money in real estate doing it the right way. Not gouging people, not telling people,
You know what? I see a bump in the rent, and I'm gonna raise it 200%, 300%.
We don't do that here.
remember what happened in the pandemic times? And I was telling people, are you crazy? Why would you do this when you know in the future you have to ask these people to continue to be a tenant? You have to ask them. You are literally overcharging them and expecting them to stay. What happens when they have multiple options? When they have that option, they're out. You can be a landlord. You can own property and charge people regular rent. Now, I know that sounds crazy. But what's even more diabolical? People that raise rents in a natural disaster.
That ain't right. Shame on you.
The fires that are happening, people say, you know what? I'm going to raise rent the day after the disaster happens. And you know what's mind-boggling about that? You're documenting it.
What?
So we see here, look, the evidence is here. It's in 4K. The evidence is right here. Let's just look right here. It's on the first page. $29,500. Now, we all know that's astronomical. This is crazy.
It's an evil world we live in.
To even charge that much in rent, it's mind-blowing. Who would pay that? Well, we already know who would pay it. But the point is, this is high.
You have no respect for logic.
Some people may think to this and go,
This is rich people problems on rich people problems.
this is not the point. The point is that if they will do it, if you will see it on a $29,000 property a month, you will see it on a $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000 property. I need you to look at this. If you are a person who are currently looking for a home in LA or the surrounding area, you need to be on the lookout for this type of stuff. So we see a $29,500 a month property in Los Angeles right here. We see it. It says here, this is a screenshot, okay? The screenshot of a Zillow listing for a Bel Air rental this morning, January 11th. The listing was taken down later. I wonder why. Why did they take down the listing? Oh, because everybody started latching on to it and saying, why are you raising prices?
Why would we do that?
That was on the 11th of this month. Let's see what they had, what they listed it for in October. October 1st, 2024, listing removed. They were charging $15,900. $15,900 a month. And what did they go up to? They went up almost 85%. It says it right here. 85.5% price gouging. Look, the rule states, the rule states 10%. 10%. Is this number above 10%? Would anybody consider this price gouging? I would.
You're not quite human, are you?
And this is what I don't understand. You do the listing, right? You do the price gouging. We know who owns the house. You want to go to jail. You literally are saying, take me to jail right now. Lock me up.
Y'all are going to jail! Period!
You're showing the evidence right here. You can't lie. Who posted this? Let me guess, your realtor? Or was it you? Or was it the home? This is what I'm talking about, guys. Rental housing prices in LA are spiking as the historical fires burn Southern California, forcing thousands of residents who have lost their home to scramble to find a new place to live. LAist has spotted one Zillow listing for a furnished home in Bel Air that was posted Saturday morning for $29,500 per month. That's nearly an 86% spike from September 2024, according to the listing price history, which shows the home was previously listed for $15,900, which is what I just showed you. But let's hear what happened when the journalist reached out to the individual, the listing agent. It says, when the LS reporter called the listing agent, it says from Compass, she said dozens of prospect tenants who have lost their home to fires have been contacting her about this and other listings on LA's west side. The LES asked as the advertised rent for the Bel Air home has risen so sharply. She said she was getting another call and hung up. The real estate agent hung up on the person asking about why did it jump so high? Why are you price gouging?
You're a fake and a fraud.
You know, she's probably in a hurry, ready to collect that commission. Remember what's happening in the housing market, guys. These real estate agents, especially ones like this, they're hungry, guys. They need the commission. And so when she sees a $10,000 bump from an already expensive listing, she sees mouth watering. All she can see is commissions on commissions on commissions.
Show me where the money lives.
And here's the funny thing. These people don't care how they get the commission. Listen, you don't have to take my word for it. Let's go ahead and listen to what one realtor said is happening.
Landlords taking advantage of the situation. I had a client, we sent him to a house that was asking $13,000 a month. He offered $20,000 a month, and he offered to pay 6 months up front. And the landlord said, no, I want $23,000 a month. You know, there are price gouging laws in California that are just being ignored right now. And this isn't the time to be taking advantage of situations. And it's also illegal to take advantage of a natural disaster.
So do you think that landlords might be not just profiting during this emergency, but actually breaking the law?
Absolutely, they are. I mean, I researched the law last night. You cannot charge more than 10% above pre-disaster market rates.
Did you hear what this realtor said? He's not only a real estate agent, but he's also a reality star on Netflix and whatnot. He is saying that, oh, look, I have seen it myself. I actually had a client, $13,000, offered $20,000, 6 months in rent up front. You would think that's a done deal. He said, no, I want 23.
Huh?
Excuse me, sir? You want 23? The rent was $13,000. I hope they reported this guy. I hope they did.
You hear that? You guys are going to jail.
Let's not let the realtors off the hook yet, because not only are the realtors doing this as far as helping the landlords, we're also seeing it with sellers. You know what I'm hearing from realtors? Realtors that are sending me messages thinking that they got me in a gotcha moment.
Oh, Orlando, you said that it was gonna be bad in California. It was gonna be bad. Now the market is gonna be stronger than ever.
Looking like the devil himself. You need some help.
Is this what you want from a stronger than ever market? Everybody's houses get burned down and there's a backlog of construction and work. Of course, there's gonna be demand then. Come on now. Before I move forward, I probably will do a more in-depth or look around and do some more stories on my Patreon. Please go ahead and sign up to the Patreon. I want to read this right here. He says, it's crazy. Ashton said before ending the call, I've been in the business for 35 years and never seen anything like this. People are desperate. There are so many families without houses. Yes. And so what are we seeing? Price gouging when it comes to Airbnbs. What are we seeing? Price gouging when it comes to rentals. Price gouging when it comes to selling a home.
Oh, come on!
And we're not talking 5%, 10%, 11, 15%, 185 to 100% on big dollar amounts, guys. But you don't even take my word. Let's look at what other outlets have said. Journalists from other outlets have reported on listings where asking rents have jumped in the wake of the fires. The New York Times reviewed Zillow listings on LA's West Side, found an asking rent between 15 to 64% since Tuesday. One agent reportedly lowered the asking price on a property from $11,500 to $9,800 after a journalist with the Los Angeles Times asked why the asking rent has risen nearly 28% in the recent days. Guys, look, these realtors, it makes no sense to me. You do know we can see the listing. The listing is right there. It literally says listing previously amount. This is the current listing. It's in 4K. We're gonna have a bunch of realtors going to jail, guys. And they need to go to jail. These individuals who want to price gouge, they do need to go to jail.
Well, I think I have a right to be negative. We're going to jail.
And I know, some people are going to defend these people. They're going to say supply and demand. Hey, supply and demand. No, the supply has been destroyed. Of course the demand is going to be high. When thousands of people have been displaced, of course the demand is going to be there. There is no supply. The journalist sent out a text. And look, he put the attorney general's information here about price gouging, and he sent the realtor a link. And then what did the realtor say? Sorry, cannot talk right now. I also have a listing on blank, blank, blank for rent for $15,000. We were just offered $25,000. Supply and demand. That's what they're saying. Supply and demand. Supply and demand. Of course, these realtors are going to help landlords and home sellers price gouge, the ones who want to price gouge. Now, remember, guys, remember, not all realtors and not all home sellers are going to be like this. We do have these group of individuals who want to price gouge, right? We do have them, and these individuals need to be called out. You know, it's not a surprise to me that these realtors are hoarding houses and rentals like Diddy and Baby Oil. It's not a surprise. It's not a surprise, guys, but it's still, to see it, it's disheartening. To actually see it, I'm telling you guys, if you don't believe that it will come back on you, if you believe that treating people like this in the worst scenario, if you think this is the way to treat people, man, oh man, it's going to be rough for you. Unfortunately, it's going to get worse before it gets better. The individuals that are going through this, I just need you to understand this. For one, it's going to take a long time. LA just in general has a lot of red tape. It takes so long to even get any type of regulation to try to build there. Imagine dealing with thousands and thousands of people trying to get permits to build. It's going to be a mess. It's going to be crazy. It's probably going to take 5 to 7 years before things to return normal. And that's just an estimate. And I think it's a low estimate to begin with. I believe around 2032, 33 is probably the right time that we're going to see everything kind of get back to normal with California. But get ready for insurance to go up. Get ready for inflation to be through the roof. Get ready for headaches with these insurance companies of not paying. Get ready for everybody pointing the finger at everybody. Get ready for it to take longer and longer and longer for you to get your house built. In some cases, I've seen individuals talk about how it's taken on a small scale wildfire. It took about 3 years for their house to get rebuilt. Damn. What is it gonna take on a scale like this to get the right people to do the right type of work? And that's another thing, the right type of work. Now you have a limited amount of contractors and people to go out there to fix it. Will they fix it the right way? You don't have to deal with the issues going forward. And what do I see happening? I see a flood of properties coming online. These people will get the house built and then they will say, you know what? We don't want to live here anymore. And there will just be tons of inventory coming up, guys. Again, please subscribe to my Patreon. It's something new that I wanted to start off in 2025. You guys have been asking for it over and over and over. Orlando, is there a way we could do a community or something that where you could release a couple more videos, go in depth, talk about some things? And I said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And so I would really, really, really enjoy. I hope you got value out of this content, guys, but we all know that you won't get all of your information from this one video. I need you to watch this video right here. Yes, this one right here. It will give you information on the housing market, financial news, and get you to your first rental property. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.